Sha'Carri Richardson didn't just get suspended. She got wiped off the team completely.
Newly released footage shows the incident that led to the arrest of Dallas native and Olympian sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson.
TMZ obtained some surveillance footage of the incident, which happened late.
One cold email, no warning, no sympathy, just, "You're done." And the reason? A leaked, uncut airport video showing everything that went down with her boyfriend.
I told him I didn't do anything wrong, but the fact that you guys are doing this to me and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply. I am. I'm not gonna argue with you at all. But you have me on camera, but at the same time, what he has on camera, I have my phone, so something different. So if I need to show that.
The exact footage that made the league call this the final straw. Now the streets are buzzing. Who's telling the truth here? Sha'Carri or her man Christian?
In the video, they are in the middle of an airport and he is visibly trying to walk away and she's like pushing him and like hitting him in the middle of a fucking airport in broad daylight. Like, as someone that's quite literally afraid to even record myself in public.
So here's what really went down. Sha'Carri was arrested at the Seattle-Tacoma airport for allegedly putting hands on her boyfriend while they were rushing to catch a flight. Maybe she thought the headlines would fade. Maybe she thought people would move on. But no! Instead, she just got hit with the most brutal blow of her career. Kicked off Team USA, erased like she never even ran a race. And this wasn't just some slap on the wrist. No, this was cancellation on steroids, the type that can kill a career forever. She didn't even hear it from the league directly. Her agent just forwarded the email from USATF, casually saying she was placed on indefinite leave. And in track and field terms, that's game over. Nobody comes back from that kind of exile the same. But what really crushed her wasn't the suspension itself. It was the cold, robotic tone of the letter. No empathy, no cushion, no sugarcoating. Just, "You are hereby placed on leave effective immediately." That's when reality hit her. They weren't just putting her on ice until the drama cooled down. They were done with her. The league had had enough, and this was their way of making it crystal clear. And let's be real. This airport arrest wasn't her first time pushing the edge. Sha'Carri's got a whole history of scandals trailing her. Back in 2020, she got suspended from the Tokyo Olympics after testing positive for THC metabolites. Cannabis use, plain and simple. She got slapped with a 1-month suspension, forced into a counseling program, and missed the Olympic 100 meters. And if that wasn't enough humiliation, she also got booted from the women's 4x100 relay. At the time, fans went crazy online, saying the punishment was too harsh. Weed is legal practically everywhere now. But USADA made it clear, the ban wasn't just about the drug, it was about her overall behavior. They already had complaints from teammates, coaches were fed up with her attitude, and the lack of respect for authority kept stacking up. That's why this airport mess feels less like an isolated mistake and more like the final piece in a pattern. And look at her teammates' reaction now. Or should I say, non-reaction. Not a single one of them has spoken up for her. No posts, no statements, no free Sha'Carri hashtags, just silence. And silence? That screams louder than words. They've washed their hands of her. But here's the kicker. Why has nobody put her on blast before? How did Sha'Carri keep all this covered up for so long? That's where things get really shady. Because just days after her arrest, her boyfriend Christian Coleman came out swinging in her defense, saying she never should have been arrested in the first place. For those who missed it, the whole reason Sha'Carri even got arrested in the first place was because she was caught putting hands on her boyfriend in public. That's why when the same boyfriend popped up defending her just days later, it sent alarm bells ringing. In the clip, Christian downplayed everything, saying it was just a bad situation they both found themselves in. But watching him, that told a whole different story. His body language was screaming for help, nervous fidgeting, eyes darting everywhere, barely able to look into the camera.
I feel like it was just a sucky situation all around. Like, I don't feel as if like she should have been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, people have discussions and emotions and stuff like that. And she have like things that she needs to work on for herself, of course. And so do I, so do you, like everybody. And I'm the type of guy, like, I'm in the business of just like extending grace and mercy and love. And I feel as if like I don't try to look at obstacles either. Like, I just look at like situations like this to just like, you know, take a step back analyze yourself mentally, and then just try to see what you can do to be your best self so that you can move forward, so you can just be the type of person and a human that God needs you to be for his kingdom and for his glory. And so that's kind of how I look at the situation. And like,
As soon as the video hit Twitter, it went viral. People immediately clocked how shady it looked. One user said it straight. This is a clear example of a DV victim defending and justifying their abuser's actions.
My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. I do have my ID. Yeah, but I would definitely leave him alone. There's nothing that I want to do with him anymore. Like I said, it was a relationship thing. I need to get my stuff out of his bag.
Are you guys on the same flight, or?
We are later on in the day. Because our flight ended up getting delayed. We supposed to be leaving around this time of day, but the flight got canceled. So the flight doesn't leave until 10 p.m.-ish.
Okay.
So yeah, if you don't mind, can I step over here so I can check my ID?
That's fine.
Awesome, thank you.
DV should never be excused. And that's when the tide began to turn. Because up until that moment, Sha'Carri still had a lot of folks defending her, even trying to flip the blame on Christian. But all those excuses went up in smoke when the next wave of footage dropped. Footage that proved what everyone was scared to admit.
Yes, I do. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. I do have my ID. Yeah, but I would definitely leave him alone. There's nothing that I want to do with him anymore. Like I said, it was a relationship thing. I need to get my stuff out of his bag.
Are you guys on the same flight, or?
We are later on in the day. Because our flight ended up getting delayed. We supposed to be leaving around this time of day, but the flight got canceled. So the flight doesn't leave until 10 p.m.-ish.
Okay.
So yeah, if you don't mind, can I step over here so I can check my ID?
That's fine.
Awesome, thank you. Hi, Sissy. But you hear me, right? So this is the position that Christian told me to put me into, okay? Because he's a coward, and I don't want anything to do with him at this point going forward. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. Have no problem with letting you know who I am. Haven't put my hands on him. We had an argument. I will be honest about that. An argument, and that's pretty much it. The argument, pretty much, he's a liar. He lied about a couple things that's personally, just in a relationship. I pretty much, officers can understand what a relationship is about, but he lied. He's a liar. And that was something that I kind of just grasped, and emotionally, I'm just like, bet you do your thing, but you're asking me for things that is within my possession, and for my right, I don't have to give it to you because it's in my possession. But when it comes to the point that I saw that he chose to make it more about the police and things of that nature, that showed that he made a choice. So I just want to be more professional and just come professionally and let you guys know, like, hey, relationship thing, have no problem,
so
and walking up to you guys.
It's not
I'm
illegal
not
to
hiding.
argue. Right. Was there any type of physical assault?
No, I didn't touch him. He didn't touch me. I will be honest.
Hit him with anything?
No, I haven't hit him with anything.
See, Sha'Carri had already been lying from the jump about her role in the whole altercation. At first, she brushed it off like it was nothing, just a heated couples argument. But that was when people had only seen a short clip of her being arrested. Once the police released the full 15-minute body cam video, the truth hit different. From the start of that video, you can tell she was running hot. She tried to play it cool at first, smiling at the cops like nothing was wrong. But the second it sunk in that she was about to be cuffed, boom, her whole demeanor switched up. She started cussing out Christian, calling him a coward, demanding he tell them she didn't do anything, and swearing she hadn't touched him. But then she pulled the ultimate flip. She claimed he hit her first. She even told officers he should be the one arrested, simply because he's the man. Meanwhile, every witness and every second of video showed she was the one putting hands on him. And just when it couldn't get messier, TMZ got their hands on the actual airport CCTV footage. That's when it all lined up.
Christian, are you serious right now?
So man, in Washington State, he doesn't get a say.
But I understand, we were arguing. But I understand entirely. We were arguing. Okay, I'm not gonna resist. But I'm telling you that we were arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that your guys are doing this to me, and he's the man in the situation, I'm gonna comply. I am. I'm not gonna argue with you at all. But you have me on camera, but at the same time, what he has on camera, I have my phone, so something different. So if I need to show that, I will.
We have you on camera all around here.
Okay, but I have my phone that shows something different. But Christian, thank you, Christian.
Don't talk to him right now.
Okay, I won't. Thank you so much, officer. They are arresting me right now, Christian. Sissy, they're arresting me right now. Am I gonna go actually to jail right now?
You are actually gonna go to jail.
Wait, but right now,
Yes, it's a physical
I didn't. Can he tell you that I didn't do nothing to him?
We have it on
Christian, are you serious right now?
All right.
Christian, I'm about to go to jail because of you right now. You know what? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I will never fucking shoot again.
The panic, the defensiveness, the lies, it was all written on her face because in that clip, you can clearly see her shoving Christian, crowding him, and getting aggressive. And him? He didn't lift a finger. If anything, he kept trying to move away while she just got more and more heated. This wasn't just a bad look. It straight up blew her cover. The video didn't only show her lying, it exposed how manipulative she really was. If there hadn't been footage, she might have successfully flipped the script and painted Christian as the aggressor. She had no problem throwing him under the bus the second she realized she was the one heading to jail. And when the truth finally came out, her entire story collapsed in front of everyone. Silence from Sha'Carri, silence from her circle. It was like everyone knew the truth had cornered them, and there was nowhere left to hide. All that was left for her to do was face the music. So when she finally put out a statement, fans expected raw honesty, but instead, she gave them something that only made things worse. Her so-called apology video went viral the second it dropped.
Sha'Carri, and more than anything, definitely a lot of self-reflection, a lot of understanding of not only putting myself in a compromised situation, but somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for as well is something that holding myself accountable. I see myself, I'm taking this time to not only see myself, but get myself a certain level of help that overall is going to reflect who I truly am in my heart and my spirit, and not allowing this moment.
But not for the reasons she hoped. In the clip, Sha'Carri talked about accountability, self-reflection, and even asked forgiveness from her boyfriend. But her delivery? It was all wrong. She was smiling, almost giggling, like she was filming some casual story time for Instagram Live instead of responding to accusations of abuse. People watched it and immediately said it looked like nothing more than a PR stunt with lines fed to her by her team. And just when folks thought it couldn't get more staged, she doubled down with an Instagram story addressed to Christian directly. In her words, "I apologized to Christian. He came into my life and gave me more than a relationship, a greater understanding of unconditional love. From my past trauma and pain, I was blind to give it back. I love him, and to him I can't apologize enough. My apologies should be louder than my actions. Christian, I love you and I'm so sorry." Sounds powerful on paper, right? But fans weren't buying it. To them, it was way too polished, way too rehearsed, like she was more worried about fixing her image than fixing her relationship. One fan commented, "She already had a bad attitude. Now she's caught assaulting a man in public. Time to pack her up." If this was the other way around, Christian would have lost everything. Another fan didn't hold back, tagging her sponsors directly. Nike, Sprite, Hair Paris, hold her accountable and drop her brand deals. That apology was fake. And here's the part that should really scare her. The sponsors themselves have gone quiet. Before all this, Sha'Carri was locked in with major deals, but insiders are whispering that everything is now hanging by a thread. Big corporations like Nike don't waste time protecting an athlete who damages their family-friendly image. One wrong move and they'll cut ties in a heartbeat. And according to people behind the scenes, her phone hasn't stopped buzzing with reps and lawyers trying to figure out if she can even fulfill her contracts anymore. Meanwhile, brand new opportunities? Completely frozen. So here we are, Sha'Carri watching everything she built crumble in real time. The medals, the sponsorships, the fame, all slipping through her fingers. And the loudest part of it all? Her silence. No posts, no fiery clapbacks, no defiance. The same woman who once sprinted headfirst into every scandal now stands frozen at the starting line. If this suspension holds, it won't just bench her. It could erase her from the sport altogether. She won't just be off the team. She'll be out of the race. So what do you think? Is this the end of Sha'Carri Richardson's career, or can she still pull off a comeback? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.